Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am. Yeah. 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 What's up, people? How you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to Tim Black and Night Show. This is a special edition of No Sellouts. And yeah. What a day, what a day, what a day. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I'm glad you can make it to this edition. This segment is going to be something else. And believe me, guys, I mean that sincerely because we got a lot to talk about. But first, I want to say hello to my people, all my Patreon people, all my Tim Black's Wolfpack people. What's up, y'all? What is going on? How you doing? How you do? All my people on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, everybody out there checking out the show tonight. I want you to know that this has been one of those days, one of those days because, I had my mind all set on what I was going to cover. And then we got a little, we had to cover this thing with Trump and Putin. You just got to do it. I mean, even if you don't want to do it, you got to do it. You don't really have a choice. Hey, Dana. Hey, Chris. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Sher. Hey, Uli. Carolyn, how you doing? Elizabeth Bergen, how you doing? What's up, people? My people on Facebook are in the house. I'm glad you guys can make it. All my people on YouTube, checking you out too as well. Much love to everybody out there. Let's see. A. Mayers, what's up, A? Beth Lamb, Dave Blodgett, William, what's up, William? Mike S. Oh, Youngblood. Youngblood says, Youngblood's getting kicked off. Truth Can't Be Silenced is in the house. Give it up for that. All right. Truth Can't Be Silenced has the wrench, ladies and gentlemen. Truth Can't Be Silenced has the wrench. Youngblood made a statement. I think it's going to kick off the tone of the show. Youngblood says the corruption is so deep and widespread that no one will believe it. I love this. I love this. I could just get up and just walk the heck out now because that is everything. Mr. Broken. Mr. Broken is Andrew. What's up, Andrew? Andrew, what's up, man? Green Party's in the house. Green Party's in the house. The Ohio Green Party specifically. Big shout out to all my Green Party people that tune into the show. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Got love for you. Got love, much love for you. Got three tiny little points of light. Points of light flying, spreading, pew, pew, shooting lights, points of light. Give it up for Bush Senior. Little tiny points of light. Just little tiny points of light. Dana Carvey used to say that, right? Okay, so like I said, guys, I didn't have any intention of covering this story. I had a lot of stuff. I mean, we've had so much news come out the last couple of days. In fact, I'm really taking orders. Just consider me like your order guy. There's a shooting in Chicago I wanted to talk about that I hadn't got a chance to get into. And a protest that turned violent on the cop side that I want to talk about. So that's coming down the pipe. We also had a speaking Spanish while brown incident occur in Montana where two young ladies were detained for 30 minutes because they had to make sure that they were legal. And the reason for this is that they were at a convenience store. So it looks like to be like a gas station or something, little convenience store. And they were speaking Spanish while they were in the line. When they were talking to one another, they were speaking Spanish. So this obviously prompted the Border Patrol to be like, show me your papers. Show me your papers right now. So, of course, being being as though we're in this fascist country where people don't have rights and, forget your citizenship. And these people were citizens, by the way. That don't matter. You brown and you speak in Spanish. Therefore, you're MS-13, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what else? What other conclusion could you draw? What else could it be? They got to be MS-13. All right, so we got to talk about that. So that's just two of the stories that I haven't had a chance to get to that I will be producing content on, covering in the next couple of days. Well, the next day, next 24 hours. The troop. Trump, Putin. All right, Trump, Putin. I've been having this strong urge. I don't look. Let me just see if you guys know what I'm talking about. I've been having this strong urge to just jump off something high and land on something hard, and I mean like ground. All right. I've been having a strong urge to lose all my luggage, and I mean like everything I've eaten for the last couple of days, because what I'm seeing, I just can't believe I'm seeing it at this level. I mean, this level of lack of memory. I mean, I really got to know, there are people who work every day and they don't have time to keep up. They work every day. They don't really tune into politics. Some of them can't stand politics. And I understand why, and I get that. But I keep telling you, some of the problems in this country were created through politics. 90% of the problems in this country were created using politics. If you want to fix those problems, whether you like it or not, I didn't make it this way. You're going to need politics to help fix them. I don't know why that's a hard sell for some people. You don't have to like it. It's the way it is. It's the way it is. So, sorry. I wish we could solve our country's problems by playing Monopoly or Mortal Kombat. I loved Mortal Kombat. I wish we could solve all our problems by just having a cookout and everybody just show up, and you could bring mayonnaise sandwiches and I could bring chicken sandwiches or whatever whatever, man. I don't care. Like, look, I wish things could be solved easily like that. I buy you a beer, you buy me a beer. The whole country could buy each other a beer, an IPA, locally sourced. I wish. Or a cup of coffee, or a cup of tea, or some good clean water. And if you're in Flint, you know how rare that is to come by. Or if you're in any other city that has garbage water. But see, my point is, we need politics to fix it. It's too big. It's too big a problem. You can't just fix it. On your own. You can't just fix it hoping. So anyway. So there are a lot of people who tune out of politics, and I just talk to those people. Unfortunately, they're probably not watching this show. I got to be more entertaining to bring them in. So they'll see that not everybody has to be a knockoff of Don Lemon or a knockoff of these other people, right? You don't have to do that in order to be interesting and also talk about ish that matters. But I'm talking about the people that pay attention to this stuff, who breathe this stuff, who pay attention and they are aware. Dude, how'd you so quickly forget about all the other things they blamed this past election on? How you so quickly forget? Now, it would have been one thing, right, if all along they were saying the Russians stole the election. That would be fine if they said that. Now, I'm not saying I would agree with it, but I would put more stock in it. Because, see, I'm tired of people not getting this point. Let me explain. If you say it was Russia, and that's your story, I will take a look. Yeah, I'll take a look. I don't owe anybody in Russia anything. There's no connection. I never been outside the country. Check. Haven't been to Russia either. I never even been outside the country. In fact, I've only been to like 10 states in this country. So I don't owe anybody Russian anything. Okay? I'm not Russian to kiss butt of Russians for any reason. Okay? That's my point there. But dude, ladies and gentlemen, everybody watching this show, all of you, recognize this. They went from blaming Bernie voters. They blamed Bernie voters. They did that for as long as they could do that. Then they blamed Jill Stein voters. They did that for as long as they could do that. Then they blamed women. They did that for as long as they could do that. Then they blamed the blacks. They did that for as long as they could do that. Then they blamed the Mexicans and the Latinos. They did that for as long as they could do that. Then they blamed millennials. And they did that for as long as they could do that. Then they blamed the media. And they did that as long as they could do that. Then they blamed WikiLeaks. And then they did that as long as they could do that. Then they circled back around to Russia. Then it came back to Russia. And what I'm telling you is, how many times are they going to try to shift blame before you say, hey, you know what? It seemed to me like they just looking for people to blame, man. Come on, man. I had an adorable lady, warm, humanitarian, good heart, dumb-ass crabgrass in my Twitter feed telling me, shame on you, Tim Black. Shame on you, Tim Black. It's like, okay, shame on me. What did she see me do? What did I do? Russia has stolen our democracy, and you, Tim Black, you Black Tim, you make light of it. Shame on you, Tim Black. Her exact words were something to the effect of, this is our biggest threat to our democracy. Well, that's what she said. That's what she said, man.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I swear she said it. That's what she said. We're on the internet. To get to the internet, you use a smartphone or a desktop or a laptop or a tablet. You can research this stuff yourself. I mean, if you're going to make that type of statement that the biggest threat to our democracy is Russia, that goes against all... I know you could not have read that anywhere. Because no one, not even the most neoliberal supporting bastard, could actually write that and publish it. They would never even go that. That's such a big whopper that I know you didn't read it anywhere. You deduce that from your constant intake of propaganda, mainstream narratives coming from cable news networks. That's the only way you can come up with that. That's the only way. First of all, we don't have a democracy. We have an oligarchy. That's where the rich run the country. That's first of all. So your whole idea that you can't steal something that's already gone. You can't steal something. They can't steal something you don't have, sister. That's first of all. I mean, let's keep it 100. I mean, because we ain't really got time to play around, play games. You don't have a democracy to steal. All right? That hurts, don't it? Well, do something about it. Do something about it and stop jumping in my Twitter feed not knowing shit. Get up off your ass and do something about it. Don't tell me shame on me. No, shame on you being so delusional thinking you have a democracy. What do you think this has all been about? What do you think we've been fighting about for almost 3 years? What do you think this has been about? Why do you think I walked out of my job? Why do you think I get attacked every day? Why do you think I do this work? I could talk about cat videos and rap music and be paid. I don't have to do this. Why do you think I do this, dummy? Why do you think I do it? Because we no longer have a democracy, ma'am. That's why. Because when I woke up and realized that we didn't have a democracy, I decided if I ain't going to fight for it, I can't tell somebody else to fight for it. If I can't get off my ass and do what needs to be done to do my share to restore democracy, then I got no reason to complain. And I'm leaving my children this horrible zombied, cannibalistic pothole. This hollowed out, fake, faux democracy. And I decided no. So you're wrong about it being a democracy, and you're also wrong that for you to even fathom that a country as powerful as the United States has any real enemies shows your lack of what? Your lack of knowledge on anything related to foreign affairs at all. Now, I would never suggest I am very astute on foreign affairs. I'm not. I am a personality, a show host, turned activist, turned political analyst, commentator. That's what I am. I've never said I was anything else. You need to look up Abby Martin for more detailed analysis of this, and I will not deny. See, I know my lane. I know who I am. I play to my strengths. But I know for a fact, based on our military budget alone, I could just look at the money. For you to think there are legitimate threats to the United States shows that you are either a crackpot or you're just a troll. I'm not sure which one it is yet. Let me just tell you something about Russia. Russia doesn't have the GDP of Texas. Yeah, see, it goes contrary to all the stuff that, that the Democrats and Republicans are pushing right now. Russia has the GDP of Texas, roughly. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Go look it up. Fact check this, man. We could just give Russia their budget for military if we wanted to. They can't rock with us. Do you understand? That's why Vladimir Putin said, like, well, what can we do to you? I mean, realistically, we are the war machine, baby. Now, if you think that, honest, real talk, man, if I'm tired, cut it all, cut the crap. Let's cut the crap once and for all. If America really thought somebody was still in our democracy, we blow them off the earth. That's what we would do. We would blow them off the earth. That we have these delusional people who don't think this is anything else other than political posturing in a way to make money, to ramp up our MIC, military industrial complex. For you to believe that this is a real threat, for you to be that delusional when you live in a country like this, a country, we are the richest country in the history of countries. Ever since they started making them, we have the richest one. Do you understand what I'm telling you? And you're telling me a country that they got destroyed, but the Soviet Union. Did you see what happened to them? We kill people for nothing. We kill people for far less. We have invaded countries for far less. Do you really think? Or how many Hollywood movies have you watched that has you believing such nonsense? Seriously. And I'm not even I ain't even got to the summit yet. I can't believe I'm looking at you and I say they still make you. Like, they still make you. I thought they stopped making people who have smartphones but aren't smart enough to use them to look up stuff. We have to stop being fooled. This is BS, man. If it wasn't BS, I tell you, I'm not looking to work for CNN or Fox. You understand? I just want the truth. But for you to honestly think that Russia is a threat to us in any way, Yo, do you realize there would be no more Russia? There would be no more Russia. I'm not impressed with Putin talking tough and being like calm and all this. Man, if America really wanted to, there would be no more Russia, yo. And that goes for any other country. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. I'm from the street. I lived in them from 17 to 19. Doing things I am not proud of. And I know how it goes down. If any country was a real threat, part of the problem with the United States is we mess with countries that aren't a real threat just because we want to rule them. We want to dominate them. Where you been, man? So let's put that one to bed. Can we put that one away? Thank you, Joe Infinari. I appreciate you, Joe. Give it up for Joe. And look, man, this lady, I love her. I love you for being wrong. No, I love you for voicing this warped opinion, because there are other people who just won't say it, but they think it. They won't say it to me, but they'll say it. They'll think it. So you give us an opportunity to address these issues, okay? So I didn't put your name out there. I know I retweeted, but I'm not using your name in this video, all right? There is nothing that Trump could do. There is absolutely nothing Trump could do. And I want to tell you something. There's nothing he could do right. The only time they like him is when he's dropping bombs on poor people. You do realize that, right? The only time Trump gets any love at all is when he drops bombs. That's it. That's the only time. If he would have went in there and attacked Putin on the world stage, what would it have accomplished? But that's what they wanted. I'm trying to tell you, it wouldn't have been enough. To all the Republicans, and it's a lot of them. A lot of them. It's a lot of these people. They call Trump disgraceful. Republicans sharply criticize Trump's behavior at news conference with Putin. You know, there have been people who have said Trump is up against the deep state. Trump is going up against this. He's going up against that. Yo, you know what? It sure looked like it today. Oh, it sure looked like it today. And that's not because of anything other than truth. He did not go along with their analysis. Now, unlike some people, I don't think he did it because of the lofty reasons why they think he did it. But at the end of the day, does it matter why someone does something? Okay, I think Trump didn't go along with the CIA or the FBI, the DOJ analysis, indictments, and what have you, because it just adds credence to the comments or the statements made by the Democrats that say he's an illegitimate president. That's why I think, and I put a video out to that point. I believe that's why he is so determined not to give in and give any credibility to this document. That's what I believe. Now, I think it's totally self-serving is the reason why he's doing it. Or not doing it, okay? He also may not believe it. Like, Trump is rich. And people say he's not that rich, he's not a billionaire, it's all smoke and mirrors. Trump's not used to being told what to do. This is a different type of person. He's been raised, he's lived his entire life a certain way. Not being told what to do, not being talked down to, and doing it his way. Okay? So he has had enough wealth, enough money that he hasn't had to do that. And I don't think he's ever going to be that person. I think he'd die first, frankly. And you know what? That's good. Because you need people like that. Unfortunately, his head's up his butt a lot, so it doesn't give us the benefits that we need. I'm one of those people who say, Trump's in office, we should get what we can get out of him that's good for the people. I'm one of those people. I'm not one of these resistance people who says, oh, we got 4 years to throw away. I'm not one of these people. We got 4 years to just throw away, and hope we can impeach him and then we don't get anything done and we just sit still. You know, there are people dying. There are veterans dying every day. There's grandmas dying every day. There's kids dying every day. There's men dying every day. There's some of us regular guys who like to live too, dying every day or living in hopelessness and despair and poverty or whatever, or unemployment or whatever they're dealing with, high costs for insurance, high costs for medications. These people need us today. They don't need us to take the next 2 years off because we want to prove a point. So like I said, I don't believe so Trump is getting attacked on all sides because of today. And I don't think he can win this. I don't think he can win it. There is nothing. Putin's not going to move. Putin's not going to say, yeah, we did it. We did it. Trump told you going in. I saw the clip. He said, hey, there's not going to be some big revelation. He said exactly what I'm telling you. He said Putin is not going to be like, you got me. Who are these people who think that? Oh, they want the tough talk. They want the tough talk of Obama. I told him to cut it out. I said, cut it out, Putin. Cut it out. I said the same thing to Xi over in China. I said, cut it out. And they didn't listen. You know, that's what you wanted. Senator John McCain called it disgraceful. Senator Bob Corker said he was saddened and disappointed. Mostly, however, Republican members of Congress reacted to President Trump's performance beside Vladimir Putin in Helsinki with silence. What's up, Big Surreal? How you doing, bro? How you doing, Surreal? Give it up for Surreal. Thank you. Now, let's get to why Trump fired back. Trump fired back to the criticism. Of course, the left, Schumer, Pelosi, every Democrat politician of note slammed Trump today. Everyone, every last one of note that spoke. And I'm pretty sure that includes people that you like, okay? If you like them, okay? I expected them to do so. But Trump fired back at the criticism. He said, as I said today and many times before, I have great confidence in my intelligence people. However, I also recognize that in order to build a brighter future, we cannot exclusively focus on the past. As the world's two largest nuclear powers, we must get along. To some, that is a treasonous statement. To some people, that is a treasonous statement. Do you understand where we are now? What did he say in that comment that was treason? Now, I know. A lot of people don't like him. I know. Some people hate him. I understand. But what did he say in that sentence that was treason or untrue? We can't stay in the past. We are both superpowers. We should move forward and try to get along. I'm trying to understand. Now, if Obama would have said that, would they be complaining? I'm just saying. I would have said, I feel the same way I would feel if Obama said it, or if Bush said it, or if Clinton said it. I feel the same way. I feel like, yeah, that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. I want to go tell the young people in Chicago. I don't want to pick sides. I want to go to Chicago and say, look, I love you, bruh. I love you, bruh. I love both of y'all. Let's put this, I don't want to hear about who did what to whom. Can we move forward today? Can we start anew today? There's been death on this side, death on this side, death on that side. Can we start new today? Anew today. Can we move forward today? Or we just gonna kill each other? I don't want you to die. I don't want you to kill each other. And you would be like, go ahead, Tim Black, that's what I'm talking about. But if Trump says that about a superpower, you go, treason. Treason. And I'm trying to understand, am I crazy? I mean, am I crazy? Or is it that I don't have this Trump derangement syndrome? So it's everybody else that's crazy. Real talk. And don't get me wrong, I understand people got Trump derangement syndrome from a media that kept 24/7 Trump, 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 bad, 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 Trump, Trump. I understand where it came from. It's not a self-inflicted disease. That's where the Republicans, or that's where the conservatives get it wrong. That's where you get it wrong, Tommy Loren. That's where you get it wrong, Ben Shapiro. That's where you get it wrong, Steven Crowder. That's where you get it wrong, Rubin. All of you. All of you get it wrong. This was not a self-inflicted disease. It's a condition caused by mainstream media. They gave people that. How else? They gave him $1 billion, over $1 billion worth of free publicity in 2016. They gave him that. Who you think those people were? Those are people going, I'm tired of hearing about this guy. And I'm tired of hearing about all this. And look what he did here. And look what he did here. So the derangement syndrome was spread like a virus. That was part of the plan, man. See, they thought people would catch the virus and go out and vote against him. But no, people caught the virus. But see, they had another condition that they were unaware of. And that's called Hillary allergic, hyper allergic to Hillary disease. Revulsion to Hillary. See, they didn't factor in the Hillary effect. So I don't see anything wrong with what Trump stated about moving forward. We would say we need to move forward with any conflict. We would always say that. But since it's Trump saying it, this is treason. Treason. Not for stuff he did, for stuff he said. You guys want a guy, and you want him impeached for stuff he said? Now, I understand if he did stuff. Oh, there are moments clause, and this. Okay. Can't do that anyway. You're out of power. But the point is, these people yelling treason. I wish it was treason to send drones, and 90% of those drones kill innocent civilians. But that shit ain't treason. That's not treason. But you'll yell treason because Trump didn't say what you wanted him to say at a summit. And I think about this stuff and I go, damn, man, is there something? I'm missing something, man. I need to sit down with Van Jones. I need to sit down with Rachel Maddow, Chris Hayes. I need a Drop Squad. Drop Squad was a movie in the mid-'80s where they would come get you, and if you was active, you weren't black enough, and you wasn't, didn't understand blackness, and you were black, they'd come get you, and they would reform you. They reprogram your brain and get in and deconstruct your stupidity and your coonery or whatever, and it would make you an aware brother, a woke brother or sister. And I'm saying, I might need the Drop Squad done on me because I don't know why I'm the one feeling like, hey, I don't think it's nothing wrong with talking to Trump or Putin, and I don't think nothing wrong with not just going, okay, this document looks great, let me just go ahead and just believe that and cut, and starve Russia to death. Let's just starve them out. Let's do them like we, did Libya, or like we did, so many other countries. Like we love to just starve people out. Like we did Venezuela. I don't know. But see, that's not treason though. That's not treason. It's not treason to topple countries and leave them. Libya has live slave trade going. They didn't have that before we meddled. You do know that. But see, that's not treason. No, it's treason if Trump sit up there and talk to Putin. Oh, that's treason. If he said, and then when he talks to Putin, he says, well, Putin denies it. And blah, blah, blah. Oh, God. So I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy, guys. I do. And I also want to say that one of Putin's responses, A couple of his responses made total sense. And we got these people saying he's crazy. Look, I don't know the guy. All right? But I tell you, it's not crazy to say, hey, you, like someone asked him, they asked two questions. The first question was about the 12 indictments. Okay? 12 indictments. 12 indictments, guys. He said, well, I used to be a security, a secret, whatever, police, whatever, an agent, whatever he was, right? So I know a little bit about how these dossiers are created. Basically, what he's saying, I know it's a bunch of BS. I know because I used to create these bunch of BS documents. And he also stated, if we live in a democracy, you live in a democracy, you don't decide innocence or guilt by the cops. Something I tweeted. I said that, like, the cops don't get to determine if you are guilty or innocent. The courts do that. And this hasn't been at a court. This hasn't been at a court of law. So, yeah, it would need to go to a court. Mueller and Rosenstein should be chomping at the bit. They should be like, yeah, we can take this to court. It would get kicked out immediately. They start producing evidence. See, no one's even, they know this is going nowhere. This is to fool you. The rest of the world's laughing their ass off right now. This is to fool you. Mueller knows this ain't going to no damn court, so does Rosenstein. That's why he can put whatever he want to put in it. The discovery process would be the destruction. You want to talk about the destruction of the U.S.? Let the discovery process happen. Let that happen. Let the discovery process of the United States past actions and elections. There's a lot of stuff printed in the world that you will never read about the United States. I said there's a lot of stuff printed about the United States that you'll never read inside the United States. So that's one point he made. And I have to agree with him. I was wondering why everybody was going with the cops. I'm kind of like befuddled, like, what? I thought we wanted body cams. We don't even trust Barney Fife in small towns across this country. You want the biggest, the most powerful cops in the nation. You trust them, but you don't trust Barney Fife down. Why? Because they abuse power. Because they make up stuff. Because they lie. So we want body cameras. We want external investigations. And that's treasonous. That's unpatriotic. Anyway, next point. So there was that point. There was another great point he made. Oh, about the so-called PP dossier where they said, Putin's got this information on Trump and he's blackmailing Trump into doing what he wants because when Trump visited Russia, they was tracking him and they wrote down all this stuff and they used it to blackmail him. You probably heard this. They're using this information on Trump to blackmail him. And Vladimir Putin made a very reasonable, very logical comment. Or replied to that comment. He said, when Trump came here as a private citizen, he was just one of hundreds of businessmen that come here. One of hundreds. You think we go around tracking, he said like 500 businessmen. We go around like tracking people and filming them, trying to get dirt on them. Like those aren't his exact words. He's like, why would we do that? How would we do that? It makes no sense. He said Trump came here, so many other people came here. I didn't even know he was here. I didn't know he visited the country. How am I supposed to know? What? And it just makes sense. But see, we think, because we've been infected, right? Remember that derangement syndrome? We think, well, anything bad has to happen. It had to be done, and this is how it was done. Somebody like fed you that. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Look, I want you to know, I am not saying that the Russians haven't hacked computers in America. government computers, or networks. I am not saying that. I'm tired of people getting me wrong on this, so I need to make sure I'm as clear as possible. Okay? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this is not new. We do it too. And in the words of Rod Rosenstein, Deputy Attorney General, it did not change our election. He said it twice during the press conferences for each of these indictments that were listed. I don't know how it can get more clear for you. Why is it that when I hear these Democrats talk about this, they leave out that part? Oh, he's right. This is such a perfect document. I saw Joy Reid look like it was Christmas. I'm holding in my hand the document on page 27. You won't believe it. You won't believe it. You won't believe it. Black girl power. Listen, Joy. Listen. In that same document, it states that not a single vote was changed. It says that it did not impact this election. And I'm going to tell you like this, man. I'm tired of people being so upset about who released documents, but not being upset about what was in the documents. You know? I'm tired of people being upset about who released the documents and who published the documents and nobody giving a damn about what was in those documents. Let me tell you something. If those documents showed Hillary and the DNC to be fighting for us, why come they... See, people are all looking at this the wrong way. Why isn't anyone looking at the fact that those documents could have been the catalyst for her to win the election? Why no one even acknowledges that when someone finds out what you think or what you say, why come it couldn't have been positive? Why? I'm just saying, go with me here. Look, listen. Why couldn't those documents, if you saw my notes, you would read my notes. You'd be like, okay, Tim made notes. And you read it. Oh, he's got a book full of notes. He's been studying. He's doing research. He's doing his job. You wouldn't be like, damn, Tim's a real God, man. This guy betrayed us. This guy horrible. This guy. I mean, come on. You can't be exposed in a negative way if there's nothing to expose. Get what I'm saying? Those documents were damaging to Hillary because her campaign was running a way that betrayed the American people. Those documents were damaging to Hillary because she made statements that a public servant who means well for the people should never ever make, whether in private or public. She shouldn't even think that way. It exposed the reality. Now, there are people who don't want to know reality. They don't want to know the truth. They are better off. They would feel better had Hillary won, and this fake democracy they think they have will continue to be hijacked by the Democratic Party, installing superdelegates and controlling the media, controlling the narrative, bushwhacking, bamboozling, backstabbing, and sabotaging candidates that are not establishment. And it's all in the documents. You'd rather not know that. You'd rather Hillary win and you not know that, and there'd be no chance of reforming the Democratic Party. There's still slim chance to none now. There's a thing called roosters coming home to roost. You may have heard of it. There's a thing called what's done in the dark will come to the light. You may have heard of it. This ain't nothing but karma. That's what I think. Anyway. All right, I'm running out of juice. Putin said, I wanted Trump to win the election because he was talking about a reset with Russia to put us back on good terms. And Hillary wasn't. That doesn't mean that's some nefarious plot because you want the person to win that will not want war, or want to work together in a more amicable way. All countries probably look at what's going on in America because we are such a powerful nation, the world's most powerful nation, and they look and they say, how does this affect us? Depending on who wins, how does it affect us? That is very natural. You allow these cable news shills and spokesmodels to influence you to think that that is nefarious. That ain't no different than people sitting back watching LeBron go to L.A. and trying to plot, well, if he goes to L.A., this means this. If he goes to this, it means this. Or if he stays in Cleveland, it means this. Everybody in the league does that, but they don't control where LeBron goes. I say that knowing, yes, hacking goes on, espionage goes on, spying goes on. It's been going on for 100 years. Okay? It's been going on for 100 years. It's only an issue now because they want to make it an issue because you brought it. If you didn't buy it, this would have been gone. Just like no one talks about Cambridge Analytica anymore. Wonder why we stopped talking about Cambridge Analytica? Because we didn't buy it. Why they stopped talking about the Russian Facebook ads? Because that dog don't hunt. The only reason why they keep talking about this the way they're talking about this is because a lot of you brought into it because you watched Red Dawn back in the 80s, and you saw Patrick Swayze's parents get shot because you watched Die Hard, right? And you saw what the evil Russians did to Bruce Willis's friend. Remember that guy who was like, hey, I can negotiate this thing for you. I'm going to get this all set up for you. Oh, very well. Very well. Because you watched that other Die Hard with diplomatic immunity. Because you bought into this idea. I'm not here to defend Russia. I'm here to restore your sanity, man. I'm here to restore your logic, your reason. And look, and I'm going to tell you, man, and ladies, folks, Tim Black's Wolfpack, there is nothing more infuriating than to have, and I'm going to say this, well-to-do, middle-aged white people in California, of all states, talking to me on Twitter about this is our darkest hour. Really? Since 9/11, this is our darkest hour. Well, mofo, you need to come outside more often. You need to come outside. You need to, did you just start looking? Did you just get a watch? Do you understand colors? Maybe we need to teach you colors. Because if you think our darkest hour is Donald Trump not saying what you want him to say at a press conference, you are a complete imbecile, a complete idiot, and a bigot. We had kids' brains blown all over a playground by a cop who walked, and you didn't say, this is our darkest hour. We got the Klan marching across towns all over this country, and you don't say, this is our darkest hour. We got kids in other countries being killed by drones that we paid for or fly. And you don't say, this is our darkest hour. We have children starving, literally starving right now on our dollar in Yemen. And you go, this is our darkest hour. You sheltered privileged. Ignorant ass. We got babies. We got nursing mothers with babies. Who have neurological conditions because the governor of their state thought he could save money by switching the water source to a contaminated source. And he kept it there for a year, 6 months after he found out it was contaminated. And you tell me our darkest hour is Donald Trump at a fucking press conference? Man, I've been disgusted and pissed off and angry. And I don't want to, I would say more, but I don't want to make a terroristic threat. I would, you know what? If I'm not saying I want this to happen, but if a silverback gorilla escaped from the Los Angeles Zoo, hopped up off hormones, looking for a mate, he could not find one, but somehow found his way to your condo, wherever you live. And he proceeded to rape you for, 4 days. I'd be okay with that. I'd be like, sometimes silverback gorillas got to rape. I'd get over it. I'd be like, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad, this man screaming for 4 days continuously. It's kind of But that's what I think. I mean, that's, you wouldn't die. You just wouldn't have an ass. You would have to pass waste through your body using your mouth like you do now. So you would be good. It is an insult to so many people on so many levels for you to make statements like that, man. It really is. I mean, that is some horrible, horrible shit. That just goes to show how much of a shut-in you are. That goes to show that if anybody deserves a vote, it's not you. Like the fact that you get to vote, the fact that people retweeted you, you dummy. It's like, I can't believe it. It's like, wow. And this is a grown ass man. All right. I'm about done, guys. I'll just say this. I see what people are saying about all. I mean, I'm getting what people. I'm going to stay objective as much as possible. I'm going to stay objective as much as possible. I've made my decision about who I want to be and what I'm willing to give up. And the answer is nothing. I'm not willing to give up my credibility. I'm not willing to give up the people that I fight for. I'm not willing to do that for more fans or more friends or opportunities or any of that. And I don't need to check to see what other people's opinions are on issues. I have my own opinions. I'm not saying that the Russians didn't hack some stuff. They probably did. In fact, I'm sure they did. You think they're just sitting around, not being in the game? Everybody else is in the game. Everybody else is in the game of hacking. Why would they not be in the game of hacking? But if you're not concerned about voting rights being restored in this country, man, if you're not concerned about super delegates, if you're not concerned about gerrymandering, if you're not concerned about Chris Kobach and fucking Skip Trace crap or the freaking, if you're not concerned with the Republicans, what they're doing, by knocking black folks and Latinos off the voting rolls, if you're not concerned with so many things about our voting process, but you are concerned that Russia's stealing it, you are the problem. You are absolutely, totally the problem. I think we got a lot of problems with our elections. On that list of problems, say it's 100 things wrong with our election process. If it was 100 things and they were in order of importance, corporate money would be number one. Russia would be like 97, right next to Game of Thrones. You understand what I'm telling you? Well, how is Game of Thrones, impacting the elections? It's not. That's the point. Sort of the point. All right. This is Tim Black, TBTV, news for people who can't stand the news. If you want the news, but you can't stand the current level of discourse and commentary that you will get on cable news networks and some independents, come to this channel. News for people who can't stand the news. That's our motto. It's been our motto for 4.5 years now. We're going back to it. We're also going to be reigniting Tim Black at Night. Coffee with Tim Black and Black Word Today, because there's so much to cover. I need to get to it, and we need to have these conversations. So, thank you so much. If you enjoy this content, if you're looking forward to Coffee with Tim Black, Black Word Today, Tim Black at Night Show, Freedom Fridays, and we open up phone lines on Tuesdays and Fridays from now on. Tuesdays and Fridays, open phone lines. That's for you. That's your opportunity to call in and voice your opinion. If you got a comment, hold it till tomorrow, and you can call into the show and say it yourself. I'll give you time to get your comment out. Much love to you. Become a member of this show. We're not funded. We didn't get a $20 million infusion from Fusion. We have nothing of the sort. So, if you value what we do here, become a member of the show at patreon.com, Tim's Take Live. All right? Email me at tim@timblacktv.com. Also, you can send donations to tim@timblacktv.com. All right? So that's how it works, guys. I love you guys. I'm going to check the queue. I'm going to check the chat. Thank you for my moderators who hold it down for me. I appreciate y'all. Much love to Youngblood, Grandma Christine, Jilly Love, Michael S., Barb for Kids, Brian Crosby. The irony, the same people who believe the FBI and CIA forget they demonized and called MLK and Malcolm X terrorists. They sure did, brother. They sure did. And when I see people that I know are intelligent people that I know are well-learned, well-educated in the history of the CIA and the FBI and the DOJ, and then they suddenly have memory lossage, I say, you know what? The word is out. The word is out. And I'm going to tell you guys, when I come out strongly like this, if I'm not writing my own death sentence, if I'm not writing my own warrant, I definitely am writing my own unemployment card. So know that, right? That's my own severance package. Know that this, when you come out like this on these types of issues and you put a face to it and a name to it, people are watching. People know what I do. So that's why I need you in this fight. Because believe me, they don't want, when I see these people, man, who would normally not listen to cops and be like, we need evidence. And they're not saying that. They're not saying we need evidence. We need to verify. Where's the ballistics? They're not saying any of that. I say, you know what? Someone told them. They know what time it is. They want a career. They want careers. That's real talk. They want careers in the establishment. So so any questions you have about Tim Black, just know the answer to that, because it's in the work. It's in the work. You don't do this. You don't come out this strongly and be like, oh, well, I'm gonna go see if I don't know if somebody pick me up. I'm gonna see if somebody gonna pick me up. You know what I'm saying? See if they gonna pick me up. That ain't gonna happen. All right, Facebook. I just want you to know. I just want you to know. You know. All right. You and I want you to be careful out there too, because I'm not wishing that any of you, unless you're really ready to go down this road, put yourself in this situation, because there could be ramifications for this. Okay, and supporting people, this is dangerous stuff. I'm just keeping it 100. Okay, Jennifer Vickers, Janie Block, Jason Kaplan, Roseanne Mortarama. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you soon. Have a great remainder of your Monday. Look, we all we got, right? So let's have each other's backs. Peace.